She's a wonderful woman. I think she's a powerful force of good and positive energy.
But she ain't no Elon.
But she also brought us Dr. Oz and The Secret. We have to remember what this lady has done.
She has to be held accountable.
I forgive her, but I mean, cut the shit. The Secret is a particularly egregious offense.
What, you just...
Oh, you don't believe?
You don't believe?
Oh, believe? Believe?
I want to be rich. I am rich.
I imagine myself flying. I can fly. I will beat my wings until I take off.
What happens when America's most fearless podcaster and its sharpest news anchor stare straight into the eye glow of daytime television royalty and refuse to blink? Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly didn't just question Oprah Winfrey's spotless reputation, they took a wrecking ball to it on live air. Within minutes, the talk show queen who once handed out free cars was suddenly the face of unchecked hype, billion-dollar branding, and spiritual shortcuts that can, at best, waste your money, and at worst, risk your health. Keep watching, because every layer we peel back reveals another contradiction glittering beneath the soft focus lighting. The rise of an untouchable empress. Long before she owned the most famous couch in America, Oprah Gayle Winfrey pitched her talk show as a safe haven for honesty. She showcased trauma, triumph, and teary breakthroughs. And it worked. By the late 1990s, the O stamp could make unknown authors household names overnight. The book club soared, her production studio ballooned, and the net worth followed. Yet Rogan, squinting through the mythology, asked the question almost nobody dared. How does one woman wield that much emotional power without any real journalistic guardrails? Kelly responded by calling her early setup packages what they truly were, carefully curated emotional infomercials. They weren't lies exactly, but they weren't neutral either. They were the first bricks in a gleaming image fortress, one perfectly engineered to deflect scrutiny. But endorsement drama was just the first crack. Manifestation or misdirection. In 2006, Oprah embraced The Secret, a glossy self-help juggernaut that claimed thoughts can rearrange the universe like a personal delivery service. Sales exploded past 20 million copies. Fans built vision boards. Some cancer patients, rumors suggest, even paused treatment, hoping positive vibes alone could tilt biology. Rogan practically choked on his coffee. You mean people believed they could will themselves into the astronaut program? He laughed. Kelly took it further, labeling the movement vision board pseudoscience that let the wealthy feel profound while the struggling felt inadequate. Both agreed belief is powerful, but calling belief biology is reckless. In the end, the universe delivered all right, straight to Oprah's balance sheet. Yet the guru parade had only begun. Dr. Dramas. When experts turn into experiments, Oprah's golden touch didn't stop at authors and lifestyle gurus, it stretched into white coat territory where credibility should be non-negotiable. The crown jewel of her homegrown medical monarchy was Dr. Mehmet Oz, a charismatic cardiothoracic surgeon who dazzled audiences with on-air heart models, smooth banter, and promises of quick fixes. In the beginning, he sounded like the future of preventive medicine. Eat more greens, walk after dinner, check your blood pressure. Harmless enough, but rumors suggest corporate sponsors noticed his soaring Q score and dangled lucrative supplement deals. That's when Dr. Oz's advice started morphing from limit sugar to unlock belly fat incineration with raspberry ketones. Sales of the capsules skyrocketed, yet peer-reviewed studies remained thin as tissue paper. Rogan, famous for fact-checking on the fly, recalled reading a meta-analysis dismissing those miracle claims as statistically insignificant. He ranted, half amused, half offended, so the guy Oprah stamped as America's doctor basically sold us flavored hope pills. Then came Dr. Phil McGraw, the Texas-sized straight talker who marched broken families onto his stage for public scoldings and soundbite therapy. Viewers mistook tough love for clinical rigor. But Dr. Phil's doctorate is in psychology, not psychiatry, and critics argue his televised interventions often skipped aftercare. Kelly pounced on that gap. He'd tell a teen, "Get real, girl," then rap for commercial. Where was the follow-up counseling? Former guests, now adults, have whispered on podcasts that the backstage resources were slim. Some left with plane tickets home, a self-help book, and a handshake. Hardly comprehensive mental health treatment. Overlay those anecdotes with lawsuits, one filed by a former staffer alleging a toxic workplace. another by guests claiming psychological distress, and Oprah's vetting process starts to look less like due diligence and more like ratings roulette. Reports claim Dr. Phil's producers sometimes booked sensational cases first, fact-checked later. Why? Because heartbreak grips an audience faster than nuance. Rogan hammered this point. Television isn't medicine, it's medicine-flavored drama. And every time Dr. Phil's viewership surged, Oprah's production company cashed a dividend check. But the real plot twist arrived when both Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil dipped toes into politics. Oz ran for a Senate seat in Pennsylvania, only to face bipartisan mockery for carpetbagging and peddling dubious health cures. Dr. Phil test drove gubernatorial talking points on cable news, opining about economics like he had an MBA. Their campaigns, one literal, one hypothetical, highlighted an uncomfortable truth. Daytime TV can mint celebrities faster than it tests their expertise. Kelly summed it up in one cutting line. Oprah didn't just unleash doctors, she unleashed brands wearing lab coats. And when backlash hit, Senate hearings grilling Oz on green coffee bean promises, mental health advocates blasting Phil's cash for confession format, where was Oprah's public accountability? She sent polite distancing statements through spokespeople, then stepped back into her Montecito estate. Rogan labeled it selective ghost mode, the PR equivalent of pulling the fire alarm and walking out before the sprinklers drench the set. If the doctor debacles were a warning siren, Oprah's next pivot, selling "be proud of your body" and "shrink it at any cost" in the same breath, was the moment critics realized the empire's operating system runs on contradictions, not consistency. Body positivity's price tag, from love yourself to dose yourself. For decades, Oprah championed self-acceptance, standing on stage in everything from baggy sweaters to that iconic wagon of 67 pounds of fat. Audience members wiped tears as she declared, "You're perfect just as you are." It felt revolutionary in a culture obsessed with thinness. Fast forward to the Ozempic era, and suddenly the same mogul is the premium face of rapid weight loss injections. Reports claim she quietly began using GLP-1 medications, then emerged months later in a svelte silhouette, announcing a docuseries about the obesity journey. Kelly dissected the whiplash. Either our bodies are sacred temples, or beta tests for the latest pharmaceutical. Pick one. Viewers who once burned their diet books after Oprah's body positivity sermons now watch her praise a drug originally designed for diabetes management. Rogan, who spent years discussing insulin resistance and carnivore zealots, found the timing suspicious. He pointed to Weight Watchers, WW, where Oprah owns a sizable stake. In 2023, WW bought a telehealth platform prescribing GLP-1s. Oprah resigned her board seat publicly to avoid conflict, insiders whisper to sidestep stock price optics. Let's break down the optics. She sells millions on Live Your Best Life, then flips to Live Your Lighter Life with a prescription discount code. Social media critics coined the term yo-pra, yo-yo messaging wrapped in luxury branding. Meanwhile, real people juggle side effects, nausea, muscle loss, potential nutrient deficiencies. Yet Oprah's docu-special trailers highlight dreamy transformations, minus the bathroom runs or vitamin IVs. Kelly's voice sharpened. Transparency isn't showing the after dress, it's showing lab results. Rogan added his own barb. If my supplement sponsors claimed miracle shred without disclosing downsides, I'd get roasted. Viewers laughed, but the point landed. Oprah's influence dwarfs any podcaster's. If she champions a drug, pharmacies feel the echo in backorder slips. And while she asserts this is about science, critics note her medical roster still includes Oz alumni, same pipeline that once hyped acai pills. Then there's the class divide. Each weekly injection runs hundreds of dollars without insurance. Oprah's fans, many middle-income women, face a stark choice: grocery budget or instant appetite suppression. That irony didn't escape Kelly. Self-love became subscription-based, and intangible costs mount. Rumors suggest some patients regain weight immediately after stopping, locking them into lifelong prescriptions. It's a business model, not a cure. If weight loss contradictions rattled the public's faith, Oprah's spiritual side hustle would crank skepticism to cosmic levels, because nothing says enlightenment like a jade egg upsell with overnight shipping. Celestial checkout, jade eggs, quantum quotes, and cashmere karma. Oprah's sofa once held literary giants. Now it hosts metaphysical merchandisers. The pivot began subtly. An Eckhart Tolle webcast here, a Deepak Chopra meditation challenge there. Soon the Soul Series corner of her website looked like a digital metaphysics mall. Crystal-infused water bottles, manifestation planners, chakra color athleisure. Fans lapped it up. After all, if Oprah endorses a path to inner peace, who wouldn't pay $149 for a quartz-charged face roller? Rogan zeroed in on Goop collaborator Gwyneth Paltrow's jade egg craze. Remember those $66 stones sold for yoni vitality? Oprah didn't sell the eggs directly, but she platformed Paltrow in multiple sit-downs, praising her fearless approach to wellness. Medical professionals published op-eds warning of bacterial risk. Oprah remained zen silent. Kelly pounced. When an influencer tells women to tuck minerals into intimate areas, the responsible move is a disclaimer, not a high five. The soft-focused spirituality extends to Oprah's Super Soul Sunday roster, authors who insist trauma can be vibrated away, or that financial abundance is just an affirmation away. One guest famously claimed illness is blocked energy manifesting as disease. Rumors suggest cancer patients flooded Facebook groups seeking frequency-healing playlists instead of oncology appointments. Rogan, fists clenched, growled, "Hope is beautiful. False hope is criminal." And always, behind the serene smiles, there's a product link. Oprah once distributed $50 intention journals with pre-printed gratitude prompts. Deepak's 21-day meditation challenge conveniently routes participants to premium courses. Eckhart's online retreat packages start at mortgage payment levels. Oprah's own network earns licensing fees. Kelly mapped the funnel, spiritual enlightenment as recurring revenue. She compared it to televangelists selling prayer cloths, only this time the congregation is global and armed with American Express cards. Critics argue there's value in mindfulness. True, but Oprah's curation seldom foregrounds peer-reviewed experts in cognitive behavioral therapy or trauma-informed care. Instead, the screen fills with gurus peddling quantum catchphrases, cellular consciousness, vibrational blueprint, legally vague yet emotionally seductive. Rogan joked, "They use quantum like a seasoning? Sprinkle it on anything? Tastes like science." The biggest casualty isn't wallets, it's trust. Each sensational claim that goes unchallenged chips away at Oprah's image as benevolent gatekeeper. When Kelly asked viewers to recall Oprah's early Chicago days, raw, curious, journalistic, they felt a pang of nostalgia. That Oprah asked hard questions. Today's iteration seems content to whisper, "Yes, Queen," while the guest sells manifestation candles. If the WooCommerce felt ethically slippery, Oprah's crusade into electoral politics revealed a deeper contradiction. Can a billionaire influencer preach equality from a vineyard throne? Vineyard vetoes. Politics as luxury lifestyle. When Oprah endorsed Barack Obama in 2007, political scientists documented a measurable Oprah bump in primary states. Fine, historic moment, shared identity, inspirational rhetoric. But endorsements didn't stop there. She campaigned for Stacey Abrams, later struck a surprise chord backing John Fetterman over her former protege Dr. Oz. The pattern: Oprah anoints, cameras flare, polls jiggle. Rogan raised an eyebrow. Should one mogul sway turnout more than 100 town hall meetings combined? Kelly surfaced the economic irony. Oprah's net worth hovers around $2.5 billion, with estates in California, Hawaii, and Colorado. Her Montecito compound reportedly includes a personal vegetable garden the size of a football field, private lake, and tea house imported from Japan. She is, by definition, the 1%, yet stump speeches she narrates thunder against income inequality. That's like lecturing on water conservation from a private golf course. Reports claim Oprah once advised viewers to skip lattes to save money. She was speaking metaphorically, but the dissonance landed like a lead balloon. Then there's the optics of closed-door fundraisers. According to FEC filings, Oprah has hosted events where donors pay five-figure checks for access. Rogan scoffed. Grassroots but gated. Kelly added historical context. We used to call that king-making. The difference? Today the king arrives via private helipad. Some defenders argue Oprah uses her platform to elevate underrepresented voices. Fair, but where's the consistent ideological yardstick? She backed Dr. Oz for years, only to switch sides when his political ambitions clashed with her public image. Likewise, she platformed Dr. Phil for his tough love conservatism, yet campaigns against candidates with similar rhetoric. Rogan asked, is it conviction or convenience? Add to that her weight loss drug pivot while championing universal health care. The medication's monthly cost outpaces many insurance plans. Political candidates she supports often promise to regulate big pharma profits. Kelly summarized, Oprah is essentially running a boutique of contradictions. Luxury liberalism on sale, limited edition. Public sentiment shows cracks. A 2024 Pew poll found celebrity endorsements now sway only 11% of likely voters, down from 27% in 2012. Analysts cite endorsement fatigue. Oprah's once invincible aura has dimmed. Each nod feels less like guidance and more like brand positioning. And when criticisms flare, Oprah dodges interviews, issuing statements via representatives. Rogan dubbed it the invisible hand of Harpo. It stirs, but never stands accountable. Yet the most telling pattern isn't whom she supports. It's how rapidly she retreats when protégés crumble, proving silence can be louder than any speech. Strategic ghost mode, when accountability meets airplane mode. Oprah's public disappearances operate on a simple algorithm: controversy level high, visibility level low. When Dr. Oz faced Senate scrutiny over miracle pill claims, Oprah released a 2-sentence statement praising his service to health and stepped back. When Dr. Phil's show was accused of exploiting addiction for ratings, reports claim staff smuggled alcohol to an alcoholic guest to exacerbate withdrawal, Oprah's response remained legally sanitized. Kelly termed it the self-help witness protection program. The Michael Jackson documentary fiasco was the tipping point. Oprah hosted accusers Wade Robson and James Safechuck in a special titled After Neverland. The men alleged decades-old abuse. Weeks later, contradictions emerged. Timeline mismatches, sworn statements recanted, lawsuits for hundreds of millions. Court documents reveal Safechuck previously testified under oath he hadn't been abused. Oprah's follow-up? Silence. Rogan's face twisted. You platform allegations that big, you owe viewers due diligence. A similar script played out during Meghan Markle's explosive racism interview. Markle claimed an unnamed royal questioned baby Archie's skin tone. Oprah's immediate reaction, "What?" went viral. Yet she never asked for specifics. Who? When? What context? Months later, Prince Harry walked back the racism label in his memoir, calling it unconscious bias. The palace denied wrongdoing. Oprah? Again, radio silence. Kelly drilled the pattern. Oprah curates bombshells but never sweeps the debris. Critics argue this isn't mere oversight, it's brand insurance. By avoiding clarifications, Oprah preserves the emotional high while ducking factual risk. Each unresolved allegation lingers, fueling clicks but not resolution. Media ethicists cite duty of care. If you amplify trauma claims to 20 million households, you should verify them or correct the record. Oprah's team insists she's a conversation starter, not investigator. Rogan laughed. Great, start fires, leave before the sprinklers. Silence isn't the only tactic. Oprah occasionally reappears with philanthropic gestures post-scandal, donating to Maui fire victims, funding girls' schools in South Africa. Admirable, yet critics label it reputation offsetting. For every questionable guru, there's a scholarship photo op. Kelly's verdict: philanthropy shouldn't double as crisis management. Social media watchdogs track Oprah cycles. Uplift, promote, controversy, vanish, donate, return. The cycles shorten as digital scrutiny quickens. Younger audiences, raised on receipts and fact threads, question each new venture. A viral TikTok tagged #sign Oprah New compiles inconsistencies, from Dr. Oz's diet pills to past anti-vax guests. The comment sections sting, motivation shouldn't need NDAs. Accountability is free, Oprah. Spin class in session. Those cycles reached critical mass when Rogan and Kelly detonated Oprah's contradictions on live microphones, an explosion still echoing across podcasts and morning shows alike. The Rogan-Kelly detonation. When the Empress meets the exit poll, March 2025. Joe Rogan's Austin studio hums under neon elk heads. Across the country, Megyn Kelly's satellite uplink blazes. Separate shows, same target. Rogan starts with the soft pitch. Is Oprah a powerful force for good? He answers himself, chuckling. Sure, unless you're counting the Dr. Oz raspberry ketone empire. Clips of Kelly roll next, her tone scalpel sharp. I grew up admiring Oprah, until I realized she spoon-fed us propaganda with a side of scented candles. Within hours, YouTube compilations spliced their takedowns into meme fuel. The audience reaction is swift. Spotify charts show Rogan's episodes surging to #1 across 5 countries. Kelly's segment clips rack up 12 million combined views in 48 hours. Hashtags Dark Oh No Oprah and Brand of Contradictions trend on X. Media outlets Variety, Axios, even Vanity Fair publish pieces exploring Oprah's blind spots. Harpo Studios issues a bland statement praising vibrant discourse, no direct rebuttal. The silence only amplifies suspicion. Why did Rogan and Kelly resonate where quieter critiques failed? Timing. The public is drowning in influencer fatigue. Wellness fads break every week. Celebrity endorsements age like fruit in summer. When 2 high-profile hosts from opposite political spectrums unite, viewers sniff authenticity rather than agenda. Rogan's libertarian-leaning skeptics and Kelly's institutional accountability crowd overlap just long enough to create a perfect storm. Behind the scenes, Oprah's brand managers scramble. Insider leaks claim emergency meetings at OWN. Spin options include a reflective essay in O Magazine, a donated mental health initiative, maybe even an on-air apology tour. But another camp warns, apologizing sets precedent. Next controversy, she'll have to do it again. The compromise? A planned masterclass on evolving truth, heavy on abstract wisdom, light on specifics. Meanwhile, advertisers gauge risk. Weight Watchers stock dips 6% as analysts cite celebrity volatility. Phoebe's Botanical Candles quietly removes Oprah favorite from website banners. Book publicists wonder if a future Oprah's Book Club sticker will sell or sink a title. Trust, once Oprah's unbreakable currency, shows hairline fractures. Even faithful fans share worries in Facebook groups. Do we know who vets Oprah's experts? Rogan capitalizes, inviting credentialed scientists to dissect manifestation myths. Kelly launches a multi-part series on media titans and accountability, featuring former Harpo employees describing vetting shortcuts. View counts climb. Oprah's team hopes the storm passes, but algorithms keep surfacing the clips. Every new defense triggers more reaction videos. And so, the billion-dollar mirror shards glint in the digital sun. Oprah may rebuild, legends usually do, but the unquestioned era is over. Audiences now wield search bars, not just tissues. The next time a softly lit mogul offers salvation in a slogan, viewers will pause and wonder, who profits from my enlightenment? Rogan and Kelly lit that skepticism like a fuse, and the boom still echoes across timelines. The final reflection. Belief is powerful, but unexamined belief, especially when wrapped in luxury packaging, can be expensive, even dangerous. Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly didn't merely tear down Oprah Winfrey's pedestal. They invited all of us to peek behind the velvet curtain and ask for receipts. The lesson is simple. Inspiration is priceless, but critical thinking is free. And in 2025, it just went prime time. In front of millions.